This is how you don't answer an interview question. Patrick, why do you want this job?
I mean, it's cool. I mean, I'm on Google right now looking y'all up and like, y'all pay pretty cool.
Okay. And this is how you do answer a question. Patrick, why do you want this job?
Well, I feel that your job will give me a lot of things and help me develop as a professional. I feel like it'll be essential for me to work part of you and help develop you as me.
Okay, these comparisons bring me to my topic of how to give a proper interview. When going into an interview, you want to make sure that you know what to expect, be prepared, and show interest. Considering the majority of people need money to support their way of life, we all need jobs. Most companies or employers use personal interviews to choose their staff. The way I know these things is because I've used a pamphlet full of tips just like these from a Big Four company, and I was successful in the interview process. Like I was saying before, job interviewers usually decide who is correct for the position using personal interviews. There are different types of interviews, but the one I'm going to speak on is the one called the most typical one called the personal interview. This type of interview typically consists of a brief intro, a review of your background and qualifications, your interests, and a brief wrap-up. They usually last around 30 to 40 minutes, so you want to be able to sell yourself during this time. How do you do this? You prepare yourself. You want to do research on the company, find out who the CEO of the company is, when the company started, the culture of the company values, and maybe even their competitors. You also want to do self-analyzation. You want to know your goals for yourself, you want to know the skills you have, and you want to be able to connect these to the employer that you're going, for the job that you're going towards. You also want to be able to answer the question of your biggest weakness. You have to be able to turn this into a positive. For example, if your biggest weakness is taking too long on assignments or taking more time than others, you would want to make sure to tell them that you usually meet your deadlines, and when you are done with work, that it's usually close to perfection. Another way to prepare is your appearance. You don't want to be slouching as Patrick was. You don't want to wear bright colors or large patterns like that. Those things are no-nos. 7% of employers don't like fashionable or trendy outfits during interviews. 65% of employers think that clothes are a deciding factor when choosing who they want to hire for the job. Yes, thank you. And then you also want to know that 33% of employers believe that in the first 90 seconds of the interview, they know whether they want to hire you or not. So those are things that happen in the first 30 seconds. So by the end of the interview, you're usually they're usually just making sure that they want you for the job. And you can do this by presenting questions to them towards the end of the interview, basically inquiring about the job and finding out things that you thought, I guess, during the interview that weren't as clear to you. You can ask questions like, what would you expect exactly from your employee once you hire them? What benefits or opportunities are employees offered? And what evaluations are done for your position? You want to avoid questions that can be answered online or on the company website. These are used to show the employer that you're actually been thinking about the position and are interested. You can also use this time to bring up any skills you feel that you feel like weren't brought up during the interview and will help you be hired. You want to take this time because you might not get another chance to. Once all the madness is over, you want to basically send them an email or note of appreciation, telling them, bringing up key points of the interview and showing them that you were actually present and listening during the interview process. So to sum it all up, when you're going for an interview, you want to know what to expect, be prepared, and show interest. I'm hoping that you learned something more about the interview process. You want to basically let them know that you're who they want for the job. Thank you.